Hey, it is Allison coming to you live from Amelia Island, Florida. It has been a hot minute since I have been live. Took a little break over the holidays just to kind of chill and relax and enjoy my time. And I did just that. And I hope that you had a wonderful holiday. So happy New Year. Happy 2021. Man, we are in the future. It's crazy. I always remember watching movies like a long time ago, and the future was like 2020, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so far away. Like I'm never going to see that, right? Anyway, yeah, like I said, I hope that you had an awesome holiday. My dog's probably going to start to bark because the delivery guy is pulling up, of course, right as I decide to do my live. Anyway, what are your goals and vision for 2021? So in the title, you see that it says how I convince my husband how to do a personal development program with me. So here's what happened. So the delivery guys literally just parked outside. So I apologize for the barking. And hey, if you're jumping on live, say hi. I'm trying to see who is commenting. Sometimes I don't get to see that on StreamYard. Anyway, so my husband really appreciates when I tell him what to buy me for Christmas. And I've been doing it for years. I tell him what to buy me. And generally I get, the obligatory like TJ Maxx gift card or something. But this year I told him I didn't want to do that. I didn't want that. We're actually trying to really live a more minimalistic lifestyle and really clean up the clutter. So we worked a little bit on that over the holidays and really just simplify our lives, especially our space, right? We have a small house. It's like 1,900 square feet. So it's 800 upstairs and 800 downstairs. So it's pretty small compared to what we lived in before. So we've had to downsize quite a bit, and we just want to live a really simple life without a bunch of stuff, right? So when I was trying to think, well, what do I tell the guy to get me? Because he's not really into buying me jewelry or anything like that. What am I going to tell David to get me? So I happened to be online one day and I saw one of my mentors in network marketing and business. He was advertising this personal development course he had coming up. And his name is Richard Bliss Brooke, and he's written a few books and he's done really, really well. He's been in network marketing since 1977. So he knows the industry really, really well. So I looked at the training and I thought it's about kind of creating a vision and learning how to be really self-motivated. And I thought that it was something that David and I could do together. So I told him, that's what I want for Christmas, and I want you to do it with me. So, he was feeling, I think, the guilt of the fact that I have to tell him what to get me. So he agreed. So today was our first session with Richard. It's every Monday for the month of January. So you jump on a Zoom call with him. And he wrote a book called Mach 2. And back in 1995, he wrote this book a long time ago, but it's the principles that he's used to be a very, very successful multi-million-dollar business owner. So he's talking about the book, and we actually don't have the copy of the book yet. His company is sending us a copy of the book, but I also ordered an extra copy on Amazon, so we should have them this week. Maybe that's what the delivery guy's dropping off. Who knows? Anyway, he's just kind of talking about some of the principles in the book and talking about his story a little bit. But then at the end, the last 30 minutes of the training is like a Q&A. So you can ask him questions. He'll bring you on screen and he'll talk to you about your questions. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to give you a couple of little snippets of what we talked about today, because I think it's a good time with a new year. A lot of the times we are hopeful and expectant, and we have some goals and some dreams and wishes and things that we want to bring to fruition for the new year. So this is definitely talking about goal setting, but he talks about setting a goal, but then creating a vision around that goal. Like he said, set a goal, but then turn your goals into a vision, because when you can really envision yourself accomplishing that goal, then you're more likely to do it. So he believes in affirmations. He believes in a lot of vision work. So that was one thing that he talked about so much. So I'm just reading my notes here. He talked about having a lot of enthusiasm around your goal, but more than that, you have to have enthusiasm about the process. That's the hard part. Of course, we can get enthusiastic about our goals. If our goals are to get in better shape or buy a home or save for a trip, whatever your goal might be, it's easy to get enthusiastic and excited about that. The hard part is the process it takes to achieve that goal. How do we stay enthusiastic about the process, right? So I'm excited about learning that over the next few weeks. He talked about when you set a goal, you need to create a vision. So you have to figure out, okay, what is like the single most important activity that I can do to achieve that goal? So let's say you want to be healthier, you want to lose weight. So one of the single most biggest things that you can do is eat a healthier diet, right? So when you can kind of cast your vision around what eating healthy looks like, then you're more likely to make that happen. Just took a few notes. David took notes too. He talked about how self-motivation looks like courage, and you have to get yourself and keep yourself courageous throughout the process. And but the biggest nugget, you guys, the biggest nugget that I took away from today's training was this. He talked about reading personal development books. So I do that a lot. And I feel like the more I read, the smarter I am, the more skills I have, whatever. But he made such a great point. He's like, you can read 300 personal development books or any kind of book that you might be passionate about in a year. But if you don't actually implement what the strategies in the book, the strategies that the books teach you, then are you much further along? He said, you're better off picking 3 books and mastering those 3 books in a year. Like owning those books, like knowing them inside and out. So if somebody said, hey, I need you to go give a talk or a seminar on that book, you wouldn't even have to think twice about it. You could go do it because you know the book inside and out. And that was the biggest nugget that I took away today. It almost like took the pressure off of me from like, 'cause you should see my book list on Amazon. I just have a ton of books on my wish list of books that I think I should read or want to read, right? And it really kind of took the pressure off. It's like, wow, you know what? That makes so much sense. Mastering, picking 3 books and really just reading and rereading and highlighting and doing the exercises that are in the book, doing the action steps that are in the book, and really just mastering them. So I'm super excited about that. I have one already. It's a book called Whole. I read it, oh goodness. Wow, probably in 2013. I can't believe it's been that long, but I think I read this book back in 2013, and I loved this book. I have got this thing highlighted up the wazoo. I loved this book. I told people about this book. I lent this book out. And so I thought this is one of my books this year that I'm going to master. I want to know it so that I can just spew facts out of this book. This is a book by T. Colin Campbell, who wrote The China Study, which is a very famous book, and it's called Rethinking the Science of Nutrition. So it's all about plant-based nutrition, and it's all about the healthcare industry and how broken the industry is in terms of how it takes care of us. So that's one of my books that I'm going to master and read and reread so that I can really speak confidently about that book and the knowledge that is in that book. So what are you passionate about? Maybe it's not personal development. Maybe it's not owning a business and having success online with an online business. Maybe you're passionate about cooking. So maybe you pick 3 styles of cooking this year to master. Or 3 cookbooks and you do all the recipes, something like that. Or maybe it's craft. It's like do-it-yourself projects or whatever. So you pick like 3 websites or 3 books, and you kind of just master some projects that you want to do and teach yourself to do, and then you want to share it with the world. So I thought that was an amazing piece of information. That was my big golden nugget for today. So. So let me know what you think. Are you a person that reads a lot of books trying to learn things? And could you imagine just picking three and mastering those? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I hope wherever you are this evening, this Monday evening, January 4th, that you are happy, healthy, and well. And until next time, peace out. See you soon.